Robbie Da Silva, Hot Rob Comedy. It's your comedy minute. Have at it, my friend.
All right. So we talked about my early influences, and then we also talked about me being a kid. So I'm going to share a couple funny stories I think are funny. Earliest memory from I was about 5 years old, and I was a smartass, and I was always saying things to make my mom and other people laugh.
Right.
And I remember one time I was in the kitchen while my mom was cooking, and I had one of my Hot Wheels dinky cars, they were called, back
Right.
then, those people. And I remember just zooming it on the wall, up and down, and all over. In my head, I had a punchline or a tag or whatever you want to call it, just waiting for my mom to snap. And as soon as she did, she was like, "Can you stop that?" And I was like, "What's the matter? Am I driving you up the wall?" As I'm going with the car. She'll still remind me of that all the time. She's like, "You remember, you little smartass?" So it's like I was always coming up with stuff like
That's
that.
great. That's funny.
Oh yeah, so it's like that's probably my earliest memory of writing a joke or a bit, I
That's
guess.
great.
Yeah. So
You
then,
said you have another one. Go ahead, do another one.
and then I had two kids, young, and then raising them. I was a single dad about 98% of the time. I raised them by myself, and there's always that thing, when your parents tell you, "Oh, wait till you have kids." I was like, "Well, I'll wait till I have kids," because this is a story I remember. I picked up my kids from school, the first day of school, and I think it was grade one and kindergarten because they're only a year apart.
Right.
So they're in the back seat, and how was school? It was great. And I say, "What was your teacher's names?" And my youngest son says, "Oh, my teacher's name is Mrs. Duck." And I said, "Oh, that's funny. That's a weird name, Mrs. Duck." And my oldest son, he's a little more trustworthy and he's a little more honest. And he says, "Dad, he's lying to you. Her name is Mrs. Swan." And I said, "Oh, you little bugger, you got me. Her name is Mrs. Swan." So, the first week of school, you go to parent teacher interviews, and I go and I meet the teacher and I say, "Hello, I'm Mr. I'm Rob. I'm the, nice to meet you." And she goes, "Nice to meet you. My name is Mrs. Geese." And right there, I was like, "You little shit, you fucking got me." So I'm trying to keep a straight face, trying to say like,
Are you serious? Is that true?
and I'm like glad I didn't say, "Hey, Mrs. Swan."
Mrs. Swan, Mrs. Duck.
But they pulled it off with a straight face, like it was.
Wow.
They just let me believe it, and